Hey everyone, this is your girl C. Welcome back to Talk2Cee. Without any waste of time, today it's another day of our a talk to see episode. We are advancing. Yes, we're advancing, and the good news is today we've got some things to look into. We have got some DMs, guys. I've been receiving a lot of DMs, and people have got some things to ask. Some I can't help with, unfortunately, and I'm very sorry about that. But wherever I can ask, I can advise. I'll advise. I'll give you my opinion about it. Most of those are not even a lot of relationship problems, but I just questions. Like I said, we tackle questions. I mean relationships and any other thing in general. So right now, I've got some few questions here. And people are complaining. Some they just want to know what to do. Okay, I'm going to read maybe two of these DMs and try to advise as much as I can. All right, let's proceed. Okay, the first DM says, um, Hi, I'm a foreigner here in South Africa. I'm married to South African woman, having two children together, and managed to secure a house for my family. But now jealousy makes people uh, plan to demolish my house after the municipality service is done with my stand and put me into a permanent stand. I need help, please. Okay. If I want to understand this message, this is a man who's from another country here in South Africa. You you are married to a South African woman, you've done well, you have tried to build a house for your family, and now you're talking about jealous make people to demolish your house. It doesn't say here who are these jealous people, if these are just people from the community of, or these are the government officials. Because my advice to you is, if these people are the government officials, that means you are at the wrong place. You have built your house on a place that is not meant for or settlement or human settlement. You are on a place, maybe the land that is was preserved to use for something else by the government. And I also don't understand if that house is built there on by itself or with other houses there. If it's that kind of a thing that they will maybe evict all of you and demolish all what you have already done there and give you maybe another place to, then I know the government of South Africa, they recognize those kind of people. They've got rights, certain rights for you guys. I know that they will also compensate you as to how much you spent building your house. I know of such a thing. They can't just demolish you people and throw you out like that. But if you're talking about just people in the community, or neighbors that are trying to demolish your house, I don't know, for one reason or the other, you still are protected, because that is the time where you need police officials, like the law on your side, and they will represent you well. You can go to the nearest police station and report the matter, explain to them what is really happening. Because this DM message, I read it as it is. I can't add anything to it. It doesn't have a lot of details. I only read what you wrote, and what you wrote doesn't give me a lot to hold, to say. It's so, it's got little details. I just know that you married a South African woman. You settling down as a family. You build a house, but people, they want to demolish your house. I don't know what kind of people are those, but if it can only be maybe those jealous people, neighbors, I will take it as jealousy if it's neighbors. But for what reason, I don't know. But if it's the officials of the law, of the government, that is not jealousy. That is just for, they are even after your own interest. They are helping you. That is why you find people affected by floods and storms, because as people, we just see a land and go and occupy the land without doing any proper checks as to if this is, you need to value, they say to evaluate the land or whatever you want to do before you build a house there. So if the law says no, you can't build here, that is not jealousy, my brother. That no one is against you. If instead, this is to help you. You are the one who will benefit. You, what you have to do is just to go there, follow the right channels, and those people, if it's the law of South Africa, I know it, they will compensate you. They will put you at a permanent stand, like you say, and then they can even build you a house. As far as I know, I've seen it happening in my my province. So that is not jealousy. All right, thank you. We're moving to the next DM. So the next email reads, "Hi, please try to let the gym open. They discriminate against our business. My whole budget came from I can't mention the name of the gym. I am already 4 months in areas as well as where I stay. The amount now is about 60,000 rent. How will I make it up? All shops and pawn shops, eating, drinking, taxis are open, but not the gyms. It is a disaster now. Thank you. Blessings." All right. Thank you. Okay. This is a brother. Um, I want to understand that you run a gym and you make a living out of running a gym, or you are an instructor or something like that, okay? But first thing first, I don't make things happen. I don't make gyms or things happen at all. All I do is to advise you through my from my opinion, okay? I know that we are all going through one thing or the other. That is because of the national lockdown. This is a national matter. The lockdown it's on level 3 now. Before it was on level 4 and then level 5 back then. Now we are on level 3, and it keeps lowering. It keeps lowering, and I expect it soon to maybe even go lower than this. I believe that the gyms will work at some point, but we cannot do anything about it. It's a government decision. It is something that I or you have got no control of. You get my point, my brother. I know it is difficult. Most of us, we have gone through all those things. I've seen people moving out, moving in, changing places of stay because they couldn't afford the rent somewhere. Then they had to move somewhere else. A lot of things. People are starving indoors because they can't do their usual hustles. Those kind of things are happening to each and every person in South Africa. The rich are okay, the poor are becoming poorest, and it is just something that we cannot control. The gym not opening, it is not only the gym. Of course, taxis are working. They have always been working even during level 5, because there are those essential people that need to go to work, and they need taxis. Not everyone who is an essential has a car, so taxis had to operate. For instance, people who work in supermarkets, they need a transport to go back and from the location to the towns. Those people now, the restaurants are working, even though it's not sit in, but those people, they are working in restaurants. Most of them, they don't drive cars. Taxis are still needed to transport them from work to home, home to work. So we can't compare a gym with a restaurant. You can't compare a gym with essential services. A taxi is an essential service because it's a mode of transport that is easy and affordable for each and everyone. I understand your frustrations, that you have gone through a lot of you've got your rent, the money escalating all every month. That one I get, and I understand, and I sympathize with you. Believe you me, I know of people who are going through the same and even worse. Some people, they can't, they have businesses that they have to pay rent on, but because that business is not producing, it's not making any income, so they can't pay that rent. They have to move, you understand? salons and all those things that you have mentioned, some of them, they can't pay rent. They had to move. The salon that I knew, it was operating somewhere, is no longer there because they couldn't pay rent for all these months. Now they are no longer there. You see, there are a lot of things. The thing is, this is for our own benefit. As a nation, we need to flatten the curve. We need this corona to go. We are trying by all means not to do things that are a risk, that can and make this pandemic to stay or to escalate rapidly. So guys, please, I don't think I've got answers for my brother. I don't have answers. And another thing is that I don't make things happen. What I can do is to advise. So this is my opinion about your DM, and thank you for writing and for trusting me with your consent. So that's it for today. Thank you so much. If you have any question, if you have any challenge in your relationship, especially you feel like you want my advice or my opinion form, guys, please don't forget, write to us, email talk2cm@gmail.com, talk2cm@gmail.com, or DM us like the gentleman just did, and I will attend to your emails. I will attend to your DMs right here on Talk2Cee, from me to you today. Thank you.